For about the past 8 years or so, this has been my trusty Linux computer, and this case has worked very well for me. I originally bought it for my wife when she was going to use Ubuntu, and she doesn't do a lot of very intensive stuff, so I got a case with just a few hard drive bays. Doesn't really have any fans. It kind of just has this little shroud that goes where the CPU fan is and uses that to expel the hot air. But she didn't really want it, so I've been using it since 2007, 2008. And like I said, it's been working pretty well. But then my Pro box failed. This has been an okay container for hard drives. Doesn't want to open now. There we go. It's capable of holding 4 hard drives. I had 2 in there, and from what I've read online, apparently they suffer from having bad USB 3 cards that are not really compatible with a lot of motherboards, or they fail in a lot of ways. In the case of mine, it kept disconnecting and having connection errors, and that just wasn't really helpful for me. You know, I have a desire to have a SSD for my home drive, so a lot of things that are archived that I'm not really dealing with on a daily basis, I had shuttled them out to external drives on the Pro box, and so I can't have that. Now, the motherboard I have on here is capable of, I think, 6 or 8 SATA devices. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to put the hard drives, so right now they're just sitting in there precariously. So I had to get a new case, and so basically I'm going to be transferring everything out from here into my new NZXT case, and so this will be both an unboxing of that case as well as a video of how I'm deciding to transfer the all the contents of here to the other one. So I've built lots and lots of computers. I've built, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another for another person. I've built 6, 7. I've built about 7 computers. I haven't really done too many transfers. I don't think I've done any. Maybe I've done 1. So this will be the first time where I have to kind of think through what I'm going to do, how I'm going to disconnect things without completely disconnecting everything and transferring it to a new case. So let's get to it. Alright, so here I am with my NZXT Phantom 530, and I don't have, and here's another computer case that's going to be a different video. I don't have a bat knife like Barnacules does, but I do have your bog standard orange utility knife here. Let's get this one out of the way. Alright, let's get this thing open. This box is ridiculously huge. Then again, this is a nice spacious case, and I do like nice spacious cases. I don't like having to cram everything in, and it makes cable management a lot easier. I am going to let out the cable on my mic here so that I can stand up as I take this out. Try to take it out anyways. Alright, this might be one of those things where I have to slide it out, just because of the friction between the case. It's a very well packed case. And the case is wrapped in plastic, so I can't really get a grip on the case to pull it out. I think I gave myself a cardboard paper cut on my toe there. That's gonna hurt later. Man, this is some real tedium. Maybe now I'll be able to get it out of here. There we go. All right. Son of a gun. All right. Let's tip this guy over. All right. There she is. What a beaut. All right, I'm gonna move her up to my workbench, and then we'll be right back. So I'll see you in just a few seconds. All right. So one of the things that I really like about this case is that it has a lot of machine washable filters everywhere. Tip this up just a little bit more. Oh, I'm at a weird angle. Hold on. There we go. So it has these machine washable filters here. And I have a lot of dust because I have a carpeted room where I have my computers, so that's a really nice feature. This is the bottom of the case. Here, let me move this giant spool of Ethernet cable out of the way. All right, so let's continue unwrapping her. So here's a side window. Another good thing about this case is there's plenty of room to add more fans in the future, which I might do. We'll have to see how things go. One of the things I don't like about the current case that I have is real lack of case fans. It just has fans where the hard drives are. All right. Still see her. Yep. All right. Let's get this this off of here. So someone was complaining that that the glass was like looking through a fishbowl. Perhaps they forgot to take off the protective plastic. Let's see, this is, well, before I undo that screw, let's see here. Yeah, so there's a back panel, which is really nice. You can hook up an SSD on there. That's what we're going to be doing. It's got this nice front part here where the inner hard drive, the inner drives are hidden, which is nice and pretty. And it's got these the on button over here where it's going to be less likely to attract my children, my little children. And it's got some USB 3 over here, which is another thing I really wanted out of this case. So it's a really nice case. And what I'm going to do now is go let's see if I can get this off here. There we go, much better. Oh, and there's one on the inside. Again, probably why the person was complaining about it looking like a fishbowl. It does look like there's one inside too. So there could be a fan right here next to the hard drives. They could install a fan here. There is space for 2 more fans that could go up here. So it's a lot of, and then there are some fans in the front here. All right, so I'm gonna go get the other computer, and we'll get started. All right, so here's the old computer, the one that we saw in the beginning. I'm gonna open her up. So you can see here, this is what I was talking about. So this is how it takes heat away from the CPU fan. Makes it very loud because it amplifies the fan noise, and doesn't really help very much with the heat in the case. Now, in addition to that, see here's, you can't see it, but I have one hard drive just thrown here, one thrown here, just because I didn't have any space. So what's going to be my plan of attack? So what I'm thinking of doing is leaving the hard drives in for now. I have to remove the graphics card because I don't know exactly how that's going to fit into the slots on the back of the other one. I'm going to leave the RAM and the CPU on the board, and I'm going to do the power supply afterwards. Looks like I'm going to have plenty of clearance in there to put in the power supply afterwards. So here I had the power supply fan here and here because there's no top place from which to get air. So I'll probably be flipping that around in the other case. Additionally, this is a modular PSU. I don't know exactly how that's going to end up going, if I do end up putting one of the solid state drives in the back where the other case has space for it. As far as the video goes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just position the camera so you can see how I'm disassembling it, and I'll disassemble it, and I'll do that in fast forward because it's probably going to take me, I would say, maybe half an hour to an hour to get everything out correctly, put everything back in correctly. So we'll see. So like I said, I'll put that in fast forward. If there's anything, oh, and of course I have to save the back plate. If there's anything that I want to explain, then I'll come back on at that point. All right. Fast forward time. Hey, so we're done. And there you go. I put it together. All right, so we're done. And here it is in operation. My NZXT. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. So, how was the process for me? Well, basically, there's three things I want to lay out really quickly. One, I was not able to hook up power to my Blu-ray drive, and that's because my modular power supply only has two SATA connectors out. Yes, it has a string of them, like a string of ways you can connect the hard drives, but because I have 5 hard drives and only 6 connectors, the hard drives are here, they like over here, and the Blu-ray drive is much higher up, so it doesn't reach. So unfortunately, I can't do that. So I put it in order. It was only $9 for three extensions. So I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon. That should come in a few days. Number 2, same issue, because the cords wouldn't reach. I couldn't use the special back panel they had for the SSD drive. No big deal. It's not the end of the world. It's not like I need the space at the moment. I'm fine on hard drives, but that's kind of a bummer. But again, no big deal. When I do get the cable, maybe I'll put one there. But right now, I would probably leave my hard drive, my SSD, where it is, because the drive bays here are 3, 3, and 1. So I wouldn't be able to eliminate. Well, I guess I could move one of them really low and eliminate one big tray. So either way, I'm probably going to eliminate one of the drive trays. I didn't do that today because I ran out of time. I just wanted to finish up and get this back in the room so that I can help my wife with the kids. But I'll either be taking out the one that has only one hard drive in, or I'll be moving one lower so I can take out one of the bigger ones and just improve the airflow in the case. Already, I love how much ridiculously quieter it is in here with this case, not amplifying the CPU noise. I'm really anxious to put a big load on the CPU and see how that affects things, how much quieter it is, and I'll have a chance to do that over the next few days, and I'll probably put something in the comments about it, or if it takes a while for this to appear on my blog, I'll probably put something on the blog about it. So those are the major things that I didn't get to do today as I moved from one case to another. Now, what do I think about this case? Like I told you, I've built about 7 computers. I've worked with all kinds of cases that need lots of screws, cases that barely need screws. This one's about halfway. The hard drives, the normal size hard drives didn't need screws. SSDs do need screws. The DVD drives need screws. But it's fine. It's no big deal. I would have to say that of all the computer cases I've used that have hard drive sleds, this one has to be the worst I've ever used. I don't know how well it's going to come out in the fast forward section where I'm moving the computer from one to the other, but the little grommets didn't want to fit into my hard drives, and they kept popping out, and it was just the worst. It was unlike the case I just took it out of. They didn't just nicely fit in there. They didn't want to work at all. And there might be something subtle I'm missing, in which case bet on NZXT for having bad instruction manuals. Nothing I can do about that. So overall, I'm very happy with it. I'm just feeling the nice cool air coming in through here. Again, a lot more fans and a lot more potential for fans than the case I just replaced, which only had space for one of the small, really loud fans. So that's that. I'm really also anxious to have some USB 3 slots up here and not have to rely on a USB 3 hub in order to have USB 3 near where I am, as opposed to in the back. So I would say I would recommend the case. I'd give it about 4 out of 5 stars. Not docking 1 star for the hard drive sleds. Otherwise, very easy to use. It feels good, even though it has a lot of plastic. It feels nice and substantial. The side panels went in really nicely. That's not always the case. Some cases have trouble with the side panels. There were no burrs, no places where for me to get scratched. Again, that's an issue I've had with cases before, where I've gotten scratched on some edges that weren't perfectly sanded or filed away. So, I like how the optical drive doors came off. They came off in such a way that it would be very easy to put them back and not have issues. My Windows computer, you can put them back, but they're kind of loose. They don't really, like, if anyone touches it, they kind of like cave in a little bit. So that's kind of a bummer. The Windows case, this one doesn't have that issue, so that's good. And I do like the little lights here. Normally I have blue for everything. I've been doing blue since I first started building computers. If there was a way to choose a color, my Windows computer has blue. My VM server has blue. The computer I just replaced, if there was any LEDs, they were blue. The one in the living room that runs Kodi has a blue light. This one's white, but I think it goes well with the theme, which Danielle said when she saw it. She said, your computer looks like it's a stormtrooper, which I guess it kind of does, and I kind of like that theme as a I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not like, oh my god, Star Wars. I haven't even seen Star Wars 7 yet, but I do like Star Wars, and I think it's a good aesthetic. And like I said, unlike the other computers, the buttons aren't so tempting to the kids, which hopefully will help. So that's my conclusion. Last thing I'm going to do is kind of do a sweep over the PC, so you can see how it looks now that it's built. And there you go. I'm Eric, and I've just swapped a PC into a new case. See you next time.